What's going on, guys? The Ironcane here, back for another Dragon Ball: The Breakers video. And in today's video, I have some bad news. Now I know over the course of this game, we've made lots of videos even in relation to this, talking about like the beginning of the end, when things started to fail, when things started to go downhill. I'm just going to be completely frank with you guys. I'm just going to be straight up. This is not good. This is not good, and unfortunately, there is more. There is more. Now, granted, I want to let you guys know, as I am recording this, I have not looked at the patch notes yet. I want that to be a separate video, because I kind of want that to be the positive, right? But I also want to be realistic, and I also want to talk about what is actually happening, whether it is negative or not, because there is some negative, a lot of negative. So, there's an announcement of the partial termination of the Dragon Ball: The Breakers link function. There is a silver lining here. You say partial. You say partial, but let's read fully to see what this means. Thank you for your continued patronage of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. The following Dragon Ball: The Breakers linkage features provided for the PlayStation 5, 4, Switch, Xbox, Steam versions of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 will be discontinued at 18 military time on July 30th, 2025. Time may vary. Functions and linkage elements. Basically, these are the rewards. These are the rewards shared between Xenoverse 2 and Dragon Ball: The Breakers. For doing various things in Breakers, you would be rewarded with TP tokens or what have you. I forget exactly rewards in Xenoverse 2, and a loading screen background. While in Breakers, you get rewarded with tickets for the next upcoming season, as well as the current season, and get like Zenny and then TP medals as well. So they are discontinuing the Breakers Xenoverse 2 challenge, which is what I just talked about. And the Breakers save data will no longer be available after July 30th. Rewards that were achieved before the end of linkage can be earned until the due date. Linkage element, time, ripple quest, and linkage element once the Breakers from Kanton City will still be available. We appreciate your continued support of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So this is something that has been between both games for quite some time. I don't know, I mean, at least been a year and some change. Unfortunately, this is not the worst of it. So, as you guys know, Dragon Ball: The Breakers Season 9 is coming with 3 raiders, technically 1 new raider and 2 rework raiders. I mean, I'm not quotating that, but they title it as 3 new raiders, right? Basically, Cell is getting juniors at level 4, and Buu can go from Super Buu to Buuhan at level 4 instead of going to Kid Buu. And Broly, believe it or not, actually isn't a brand new raider according to the game. Let me explain. So if we go ahead and check out the news board, they talk about some of the things that are coming for Season 9, and they have new raider Broly Z joining the fray. I read this a couple days ago, and the part that really scared me, and maybe I'm just all doom and gloom do posting, I don't know. But the part that really shocked me was reading the first sentence. The new raider comes with a fully reworked kit based on an existing raider. I don't know why they said this. I don't know why they felt the need to say this, because Broly does seem unique enough in his own right. But what this is telling me is that Z Broly's moveset is based upon Super Broly, is what I'm gathering from this. That they reworked a kit based on Super Broly. So, what is very startling about this is that even the quote-unquote newest raider, because I would argue that, you know, Cell Juniors and Buuhan aren't new. I mean, they are rework raiders. Even Z Broly, who was supposed to be, who I consider the definitive new raider, was not built from the ground up, according to this statement, saying that his kit was based on an existing Raider. What Raider could that possibly be? Super Broly. So it really does seem like they just recycled as much as they could, and they dumped as much as they could into one new season. Now, apparently, we do have some new transfers coming as well with Ultimate Gohan and Super Vegito, which that is cool, that is great. But from my understanding, they will not have any new super attacks or any new skills. They will just simply be new transfers with the potential to have maybe some unique Ki Blasts at the very least. But supers will not be any different, and of course, we're not getting any new maps. So this is the scariest piece of news, and is why I am splitting up my reaction to the patch notes from the reaction to this news, because I truly want to come into Season 9 with, you know, a breath of fresh air. I haven't played the game in quite some time, and I really want to go at it at a positive lens, but again, I have to be realistic, and I want to make sure you guys have realistic expectations of what's to come. So, in the patch notes, they have increased the Survivor and Raider levels. Raider levels, not really that concerning. They just simply raised it to 120, meaning that you'll just be able to fully upgrade an additional skill for your Raiders. That is actually pretty cool, and it gives you an extra incentive to play some of these older Raiders that you've been have maxed out. You can play them again and level them up. Now, what is concerning is the first bullet. As you guys probably noticed, and some veteran Breakers players, alarms are probably setting off as we speak. So, they increased the Survivor level to 999. You might be asking yourself, or maybe you're not, but if you're curious to why that is concerning, every single season of Dragon Ball The Breakers, they have increased the level cap by 50, starting from Season 2, which I believe it was capped at 100, then it went to 150, 200, 250, 300, and so on. So, I don't know what the max level cap was, because, you know, admittedly, I haven't really been playing like that recently. So, it very well could be like 500, 550, 600 potentially. Maybe 600 is what the season would have been. But by them just saying, you know, kind of like fuck it, and just ramping it all the way up to 999 doesn't really scream the fact, or doesn't really tell me that a new season is coming after this. The reason why I say that is because if they were going to keep, you know, doing seasons as per usual, why would they increase the level cap all the way to 999? It seems a little unnecessary. They could just, you know, again, do it by 50 gradually as they were, because it is very difficult to get max level these days, because the XP that you need is like extraneous at this point. So by them capping out the level to 999 kind of points in the direction that this is going to be Dragon Ball The Breakers' last season. With the evidence, I mean, not even the evidence, with the other post regarding Xenoverse 2 and Breakers losing that linkage update. Apparently, again, it was, you know, it's a temporary thing. Maybe they have something to do in place of that, or they have something else in mind. I don't know. I don't believe TP tokens are used in Xenoverse 2 anymore, so maybe that's why they're changing up as to cope. That could be a potential reason why they're redoing this, but they also did away with TP tokens Xenoverse 2 quite some time ago, so it does kind of, you know, leave me to question why they're doing it now, specifically with the start and the launch of Season 9 of Dragon Ball The Breakers. So it's a little concerning. It's a little concerning. So with this, I guess I just kind of want to open up the floodgates to you guys. What you think, if, you know, if I'm due posting, if you think, you know, Breakers is just fine. I don't think Breakers is fine. I would love to see at least one more season to celebrate at least one more, like, anniversary with the game. I think that'd be great. But they are dropping 3 quote-unquote new Raiders for this season, and that is the most they have ever done. Granted, no Survivor skins, super attacks, active skills, passive skills, maps, episodes. I don't even know if they're doing new shop items. Who knows, right? You know, but 3 Raiders, lo and behold, Raiders is typically what the community or even the outside looking in is most excited for when it comes to this game. And it does kind of seem like a last hurrah that they are doing for Season 9 of Dragon Ball: The Breakers. You guys remember ages ago, I did a post confirming that, or I thought I was confirming that there's at least 10 seasons, because in the files, they had like at least 10 seasons like in like the data. So there's possible that there is a chance of getting a Season 10. We will have to hold our breath. Well, not literally. Please don't hold your breath that long. Until Ranked comes out. If Ranked comes out and they do not show rewards of Season 10 tickets, it's cooked. That is the last, like, glimpse of hope that we have for Season 10. Because at this point, I mean, there is some, like, Raider data in the files of, like, 17's gun, Babidi, Majin Vegeta, and all that stuff. Maybe they'll do reworks, new reworks for Season 10, you know, involving those characters. And maybe another last new Raider. I don't know. But at this point, I'll pull up the, I'll pull it up. As you guys remember, this is the roadmap, and this is the latest information they gave us on the future operations of Dragon Ball: The Breakers. They have one more balance adjustment to come in October and December, and that's it. If you guys are unaware, October 13th or the 14th is the anniversary of Dragon Ball: The Breakers. The game typically celebrates it on November 1st, leading into the new year, and it concludes sometime in January or February, typically, where it has so in the past. But based on the roadmap they've given us back at the beginning of this year, it looks like that these 3 Raiders is it. You know, they'll do maybe one more last balance adjustment, and that's it. So, again, I wish I had better news, but truthfully, until they announce Ranked and they show us the rewards for Season 9 Ranked, if we do not see Season 10 tickets, it's almost outright confirmed that Season 9 will be the last season of Dragon Ball: The Breakers. You know, at this point, this is a day before this season drops. I'm still excited to try out the new Raiders. Admittedly, I'll be completely honest with you guys, I think I'm over Survivor. Survivor used to be my favorite way to play Dragon Ball: The Breakers. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was the most satisfying. With them doing little to nothing to really spice up Survivor gameplay, essentially in the past year since Season 6, I am kind of just... I've just grown tired of playing Survivor. And even Raider can be very frustrating depending on the, you know, the opponents you fight. But, again, at the very least, I am excited to try out the new Raiders. And maybe it'll, you know, maybe I'll get, you know, a new spark for Breakers with their release. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the video. I apologize for being so depressing. Originally, I was going to make this video with the patch notes video, but I decided not to do that, as to not make that video as depressing. So, with that being said, leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts if you think this is Breakers' last season or not. If you still have hope for Season 10 and a 3rd anniversary. And subscribe to the Ironcane channel for hopefully less videos like these. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Have fun. Peace out, dude. Damn, man. Hey, 3 years, guys, you know? 3 years, dude. That's not bad. 2022, 2025, you know? Fuck, man.